I think there's more famous people today than there's ever been in history. And I think famous is like in quotes, you know what I mean? Like
Man, there's so many people who are like, I meet little kids and I'm like, what do you want to be when they grow up? And they're like, famous. And I'm like, ugh,
yeah.
no, you don't. You don't want to be famous. Like, please, no. Like, just no, 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 no. It breaks my heart because it's just such this glamorized, glorified thing that's pretty much nonsense. And it's so, like fame is the downside and fame is the repercussion for creating art and for wanting to pursue your dreams. And like, it's not the perk. What, like, where did this idea come from? It's just so smoke and mirrors, and it's so like famous equals glamour equals money equals happiness. Like, no. Like, absolutely not. It's just not the case. There's so many downsides to it. Of course there are obviously also upsides. Like, it's a double-edged sword, but man, like,
Yeah,
hearing
but you
some
don't realize all the negative sides of it until you've experienced it. Like a lot of these people just see the glitz and the glam in Hollywood and money.
saying is like, you like, listen to me. I will shout it from the top of the rooftops. Like, I have literally been at the lowest point that a human being could be. I have literally wanted to and attempted to take my own life. I wanted to not be here anymore. And I have millions of followers and I have all the streams. I got whatever. It doesn't solve your problems. Like, it does not make things go away. And if you struggle in any type of way, like, it's only going to amplify it, and it's only going to put a magnifying glass over everything. And people are going to have their opinions in there. And it's just like, it's not what it shapes up to be. And yeah.
Wanting to take your own life and that acknowledgement and then having to, I'm assuming, like seeking help after that, right? Like you speak up about those thoughts, you talk to somebody.
Yeah, no, I was basically 5150, and I had like a really, this was like midst making the album, which is why I titled it Life Support. But I had like a really scary and tough time, and I was in therapy 3 times a week. I still see my therapist very often, but was in therapy 3 times a week, voicing all my stuff. I had my whole house basically like raided, and all sharp objects and stuff were removed, and it was a lot. It was really crazy. I was self harming every day. I was just like, I was. I don't even want to say I was lost. I just like was. I had given up, and I was like, I don't really like care to be here because I don't know. I really internalize things, and um when I'm hurt, it just feels like the world is over. And I put so much of my faith and my trust and my heart in people, which is my own like personal flaw. But I put so much of my energy and my love and time into other people. So when I get hurt, it hurts so much more. And yeah, I don't know. I felt I was at a time where I felt like I was being dealt all bad cards in my personal life, and I felt like everything was kind of crumbling around me. And with someone with BPD, or like someone who really struggles with anxiety and depression and whatever, like myself, like I that could push me over the edge within a day. I can go from waking up that morning with a smile on my face to wanting to end my life by the end of the day, and it's a lot.
Well, you said personal life. I was going to ask, was that mostly personal life or did the internet have an effect on that too?
Over this past summer, so with this all I'm referring to was 2 summers ago now, I believe. And yeah, July of 2019, I guess. But this summer, yeah, that was a lot. I felt like the whole internet hated me again, which was really triggering and scary for me because I've been doing this since I was 12, and I've had my waves of like, everyone hates me and then people like me, and then like the pendulum kind of always has like swung with me, I feel like, with my internet presence. And it was a lot. It was really scary. So basically, I joined TikTok and I immediately was welcomed with such an abundance of love and support. And everyone was like, oh my God, we love you, whatever. And I was so excited and I was so happy. And I was like, oh my God, people like me. And then it changed, and it was just immediate, like, we hate you. And every single video on my For You page, I couldn't even open TikTok because it was just making fun of me. Every single video was another person ripping me to shreds, and it was so hard and so bad. But I will say it made me start to really work on my self-love, because I realized something which I think is very important for a lot of people to note. Like, if you're getting that upset and that destroyed and that hurt by random strangers just talking a bunch of about you, then like you might not have the best relationship with yourself, because then you know, you might like, why are you so affected by what these random people are saying? So I kind of started to be like, okay, you know what? I don't really care if you all think I'm an evil monster and you want to paint me as everything that I'm not, and you want to not see me for who I am or see the goodness in my heart or whatever it might be. That is fine, because at the end of the day, I can look at myself and I could be like, you're good and you're a good person and you have good intentions and you have a beautiful heart, and don't ever change that. Because there's been times, man, where I'm like, I don't want to be a good person anymore. The world's done me so wrong. I felt like that. I'm like, I don't want to, like, why am I still a good person? Like, I should just be this vindictive, evil monster at this point. If that's what everyone wants to make me out to be, I should just play the part. And I was just like, you know, I was going through that. And then that's when I kind of was like, yeah, I'm not going to let others' opinions of me define myself. Like, I know who I am, and I know my heart, and I know my intentions. I know what I would and wouldn't do or say or partake in, etc. And so I just like built up my relationship with myself, and then I don't really get as affected anymore.